studio, been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama, ain't no cry now. On me, gonna fly now. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog, I ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up in a family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Motion man right is Rice. Mahomes now on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The Chiefs had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 6. Locates Hardman for another catch. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here's 3rd and 7. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that real extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Mahomes Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy, because you could marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a play to applaud, because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson connects with Kittle underneath. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now Wilson changing the play. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
14.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a 2nd and 10. the middle. It's Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Joseph Charlton on now to punt. Hardman on the return.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up past the 30.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 75. And they're able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Chiefs 20, Broncos nothing.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Yellow. 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They run with a former Bengal. It's Samaje Perine.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Now it's Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. First throw now for the backup Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And running with power here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And this one complete again to Mims. Touchdown Broncos. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Flush to his right.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he's got this down to the 35.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Tony's Giants tenure lasted less than a season and a half, but KC dealt for the former first-rounder because they feel they can unlock his potential. They look pretty good there getting the first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Motion man right is Rice.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. To throw is Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Brought down by Nazeeh Johnson.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Now he's forced out left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
Here's Hardman to return.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Attack, attack!
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Wilson wants a different look. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
A 3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the ruled a fumble. Mahomes now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Screen play, McKinnon. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
36 foul.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Butker's kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield.
Yeah. All right, I got him. He said, look.